Stop what you're doing for the next few minutes because this week in cybersecurity was genuinely alarming. We've got a hospital that had to close down every single clinic. We've got a hacker, probably just one person, who used artificial intelligence to break into 600 Fortinet firewalls in 5 weeks. We've got malware showing up in postal mailboxes. And we've got the FBI warning that about $20 million was stolen right out of ATMs last year. This isn't future scary. This is happening right now, this week. Stick around because I've got 12 stories to go over today, and I promise the last one is something that will make you think twice before trusting your own physical mailbox. And somewhere in the middle, I'll tell you about an AI tool that is being used to hack Android phones in ways that we haven't seen ever before. I'm Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Live Technical Support, and I'm about to break down the biggest, most critical cybersecurity threats of this past week. Not to scare you, but so that you can be aware of these threats and take proactive measures to make sure that you, your computers, your smartphones, every technology that you have, your data is protected. Now let's start out with the one that hits close to home for a lot of people. On Thursday, February 19th, the University of Mississippi Medical Center, one of the largest employers in the state, was hit by a ransomware attack. We're talking about a system with 7 hospitals, 35 clinics, and over 200 telehealth sites. It's the only level 1 trauma center in Mississippi, the only children's hospital, the only organ transplant program in the state. All 35 clinics closed, surgeries canceled, imaging appointments canceled. Doctors were writing patient notes by hand because they were completely locked out of their electronic medical record system. The attackers made contact, and the hospital is working with federal authorities and national cybersecurity experts for next steps. Officials say it could be a multi-day or even multi-week event. Here's what this means for you. Ransomware doesn't just happen to big corporations. It happens to hospitals, schools, small businesses, and yes, even regular individual people. When these systems go down, real lives are affected. If you run a business and your data isn't backed up and protected, you could be looking at the same situation, only on a smaller scale. Closed doors, lost revenue, and hackers demanding money. Drop a comment below. Do you think businesses and hospitals pay enough attention to cybersecurity before something like this happens? Now, here's the story that's getting the most attention in cybersecurity this week, and honestly, it should be getting more attention everywhere else too. Amazon's chief security officer published a report this week warning that a single Russian-speaking hacker used commercially available artificial intelligence tools to break into more than 600 Fortinet firewalls across 55 countries in just 5 weeks. The attacks ran from January 11th through February 18th. Here's the part that should wake you up. This person didn't use any secret hacking tool or unknown software vulnerabilities. They used AI to automate attacks against firewalls that had weak passwords and no multi-factor authentication. That's it. The AI wrote the attack script. The AI analyzed stolen configuration files. The AI helped plan how to move through the networks once inside. What used to require a team of skilled hackers can now be done by one person with a subscription to an AI service. For business owners, if your firewall or any internet-facing system doesn't have multi-factor authentication and strong, unique passwords, you're a target. This isn't hypothetical anymore. Speaking of AI being weaponized, researchers just discovered what they're calling the world's first Android malware that uses live AI models during its actual operation. It's called Prompt Spy, and it works by tapping into Google Gemini's AI to help it stay hidden on your phone. The malware takes a snapshot of whatever is on your system and sends it to Gemini, which then tells the malware exactly where to tap and swipe to keep itself pinned and running, no matter what kind of Android phone you have. Once it's on your device, it can watch your screen in real time, steal your lock screen PIN and password, record video of your screen activity, and block you from uninstalling it. Right now, researchers believe it may be mostly a proof of concept, but the distribution domain they found was disguised as a Chase banking website. This is coming. The takeaway: only install apps from the Google Play Store, or if you have an Apple, from the Apple Play Store. Be extremely cautious of any app that asks for accessibility permissions. And if your phone starts behaving strangely, contact a professional. Here's something that affects every person who uses a bank. The FBI issued an urgent alert this week revealing that more than $20 million was stolen from American ATMs last year using malware. In over 700 attacks, the technique is called jackpot. Criminals physically open ATM maintenance panels using generic keys that are widely available, swap out the hard drive, install malware, and then command the machine to just spit out cash. No card needed, no account needed. The bank doesn't even know until the cash is gone. More than a third of all jackpotting attacks since 2020 happened in 2025 alone. For the average person, this is primarily a problem for financial institutions, but the losses are passed on to everyone. More importantly, it's a reminder that cybercrime isn't just happening online. Criminals are getting physical to pull off digital crimes. There's two major data breaches this week that you should know about. First, a breach at a French national bank account registry exposed the personal account data of 12 million people. That's a national level financial data breach. Second, U.S. fintech company Figure, which handles home equity loans and other financial products, disclosed a breach affecting nearly 1 million customer accounts. When financial data gets stolen, it doesn't just disappear. It ends up on the dark web and gets used for identity theft, fraudulent loans, and account takeovers, sometimes months or even years later. If you've ever applied for a loan, used a fintech app, or have any financial accounts online, you should be monitoring your credit regularly. There are free tools to do this, and if you need some help setting up monitoring, that's something a Faster PC can help you with. Give us a call, 772-878-5978, or visit our website, afasterpc.com. North Korean hackers, a Ukrainian middleman, and U.S. companies. This one is almost stranger than fiction. A Ukrainian man was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison this week for helping North Korean IT workers steal real American identities and use them to get hired at U.S. companies, including technology and defense firms. The North Korean workers would apply for remote tech jobs, get hired, collect salaries, and funnel the money back to North Korea, which used it to fund weapons programs. Some of the workers also stole company data. For business owners, if you hire remote workers, especially for IT and development roles, you need to verify identities carefully. This isn't just fraud, it's a national security issue. There are companies and tools that can help you vet remote hires. This is something a Faster PC can advise you on as well. And the state of Texas is suing TP-Link over Chinese hacking risk. This is a quick story with big implications. The state of Texas filed a lawsuit against TP-Link, one of the most popular home and small business router brands in the U.S., over concerns that devices could be exploited by Chinese state-sponsored hackers, and that the company has been deceptive to customers about the risk. TP-Link routers are everywhere in homes, small offices, schools, If you have one, watch for updates from the manufacturer and consider whether it's time to evaluate whether to replace the TP-Link equipment or not. A faster PC can help business owners and residential users assess whether their network hardware represents a security risk or not. Google has blocked 1.7 million bad apps, but malware still gets through. The good news and the bad news combo. The good news, Google has blocked 1.75 million apps from appearing in the Google Play Store last year for policy violations and prevented 255,000 apps from accessing sensitive data they had no business accessing. The bad news? A new Android banking malware called Massive is making the rounds right now, disguised as an IPTV streaming app. Once installed, it can steal your banking credentials. Remember, only install apps from trusted sources, the Google Play Store. Check the Google Play Store if you have an Android device. Check reviews carefully. If an app asks for permission that seems unrelated to what it does, that's a red flag. Now to the snail mail scam targeting crypto wallet users. This one is almost creative if it weren't so dangerous. Cyber criminals are now sending physical letters in the postal mail to owners of Trezor and Ledger hardware cryptocurrency wallets. The letters look official, warn users that they need to complete an authentication check by a deadline, and include a QR code to scan. That QR code leads to a fake website that asks you for your wallet's seed phrase, the master password to your entire crypto wallet. Anyone who enters it loses everything. Hardware wallet companies will never ask for seed phrases, ever. Not by email, not by text, not by postal mail. If anyone asks you for it, it's a scam. Full stop. Do not enter that seed phrase. Microsoft has disclosed that Copilot was tricked into releasing confidential email. That's right. Here's something that you need to know about. Microsoft disclosed a bug this week in its Copilot AI assistant that incorrectly summarized confidential emails, essentially surfacing sensitive content to users who shouldn't have been seeing it. Microsoft says it fixed the problem, but it's a good reminder that AI tools embedded in your email and productivity software can sometimes behave in unexpected ways and may actually expose sensitive information. Review your AI assistant settings and understand what data it has access to. Police arrest 651 cyber criminals across Africa. This is one on the win side. International law enforcement wrapped up Operation Red Card, arresting 651 cybercrime suspects across Africa and recovering over $4.3 million in stolen funds. The operation targeted investing fraud, mobile money scams, and fake loan applications that had victimized tens of thousands of people. It's a reminder that cybercrime is global, and so is the fight against it. These operations matter, and they're getting more effective. Ending with an action item that you can take right now. Google issued an emergency patch this week for a zero-day vulnerability in Google Chrome that has already been actively exploited in real-time attacks. A zero-day threat means that hackers were using it before Google even knew about it. Here's what you want to do. You want to open Chrome. Click on the three dots in the upper right-hand corner. Go to Help, then About Google Chrome. If it's not on the latest version, let it update and then restart. Done. By the way, a faster PC can automate the patching of Windows updates, Google Chrome, Firefox, Adobe Reader, and other programs that you may have on your computer. All right, that was a lot, and honestly, this week was one of the heavier ones we've seen in a while. AI-powered hacking, hospitals shut down, banks being breached, a phone malware that talks to AI and hides itself. The bottom line is this: cyber criminals are getting smarter, faster, and more automated. But the good news is that most of these attacks still succeed because of some basic things: weak passwords, no multi-factor authentication, unpatched software or hardware, and people who don't know what to look for. And that's where a faster PC can come in. We help businesses, medical offices, dental offices, accounting offices, attorneys' offices, nonprofits, home office users, and even individuals on Florida's Treasure Coast, Space Coast, and South Florida be protected. We can actually come in, run a cybersecurity audit on your systems, determine whether your systems are safe or not. If there are vulnerabilities, we can actually propose a customized plan to protect your systems. We do have cybersecurity programs that can fit your budget and help you be more protected than you are today. Give us a call at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Or visit our website, afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. From our website, you can actually schedule a free discovery call with me, which is the first step in getting started in making sure that your system is protected. We also have a free cybersecurity report available on our website that can help educate you on the threats that are out there. If you found this video helpful, click the like button, click subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. And drop a comment below. I want to know, which story this week surprised you the most? Was it the AI hacker, the hospital shut down, the physical mail scam? Let me know. I read every comment and reply to them. Remember, when you have or want to prevent cybersecurity problems, you need a faster PC.